Alright everyone, this is Fernando doing a special Ghost and Spirits video here at a place that I promised I was going to come back to. It just unfortunately had its 30th anniversary. I say unfortunate because it's a very tragic occurrence, and that was right here. That was the I Can't Believe It's Yogurt shop murders. These were the infamous murders that occurred here 30 years ago in Austin, and to this day people are still wondering who the suspects were. There's a lot of info on maybe how it happened, but still no answers as to who the suspects were. But this is where it occurred 30 years ago. In fact, you can kind of see someone in here. There it is. 30 years ago, that's where those 4 poor young women came in. 2 of them were sisters. 2 of them were friends. Some of them were working here. They were in here. You see the left where the chairs are? So this area in the front, and then the left was the chairs, tables and chairs where customers sat. And the suspects, 2 of them, were believed, according to witnesses, to have been on the left side. And then towards the right, there would have been a bathroom area where one of the suspects is believed to have been holed up until after closing. Again, based on witnesses, because there was a line after closing of people waiting, customers, and they were the ones that stated that info. And then towards the back, where you see that entranceway, that's where the kitchen area was, the staff area was, and then that's where they were unfortunately rounded up and then killed afterward. And then their bodies placed into one single stack and then burned just to make sure that there was no evidence. Horrible stuff. But this is where it happened 30 years ago. That infamous night, the night that changed Austin, the night that people say broke Austin's innocence, because a lot of this stuff only happened in other towns, bigger towns, but now it was happening here. And the suspects would have either come in through the front right here, 2 of them. The one that was in the bathroom is suspected to have opened the door somewhere in the back way over there, like the back entrance, to allow others to come in, or maybe they were there the whole time. But yeah, they would have come in somewhere around here and then visited, and then they would have escaped either in the back. Probably not going to walk towards the back, but I remember seeing a grainy stock footage showcasing 2 people that were back there that were rumored to be the suspects, or they could have escaped out here in the front. And then if you go over here, look at what you see. This has been updated. This has been changed too. This is the memorial, the plaque dedicated to those 4 young women. There you have Amy Ayers, Sarah Harbison, Jennifer Harbison. Again, those were the sisters, and then Eliza Thomas. So just about maybe 2 weeks ago, again in the 30th anniversary, there was a kind of group of people here, maybe about a dozen or so. They were here paying tribute, solemn tribute to the young women. This has been updated too. Last time I was here was 5 years ago, and it looks like people just care about them a lot, because this, as I'm updated, this is more newer. The plaque looks more newer too, and it looks just slightly larger than before. And you can see these are new too, recent. They're withering away, but still they're recent. And here you have someone that posted this. Let's see if there's a note. No notes. But still, they posted this here for the souls of the poor young women tragically murdered 30 years ago, and the suspects have never ever been found. Now there was 4 that I chronicled in one of my videos, and I'll include the link for it below. People that were considered as suspects and arrested, but ultimately the evidence freed them, and nobody knows. And to this day, it's considered an open and active case. It is indeed open and active. So maybe it'll be solved one day, maybe not. But this is where you have to go. You have to go to 2947 somewhere here in the Anderson Lane area, and then that's where you'll find this infamous shop. Crazy stuff, right? Amazing how this tragic event, like, just it blew people's mind back then. Like, nobody would suspect something like this could have happened here in Austin, especially to 4 young women, but it did. Hopefully one day those gruesome people, whoever they are, their punishment will happen and there'll be some finality to it. But in the meantime, at least we have this solemn place, and then we have the plaque associated with it right there. Now, I have heard too, one last thing, that people have tried to investigate, because there are, with what happened with these poor young women, reports of ghostly activity happening in here, but that the current owners don't want anything to do with it. Like, they just don't want any investigations done, nothing after hours, stuff like that. So who knows, maybe if you want to try, even I was reading an article where someone was trying to even take pictures from the inside after closing, but they weren't allowed in the back area for it. So, but all right, everyone, again, solemn situation. Can't believe it's yogurt. 30th anniversary, the murders that occurred with those young women, and definitely a place, if you're here in Austin, I highly recommend visiting, paying tribute, and then that way you'll be able to make sure that, yes, these 4 young women are never ever forgotten. Not that they'll ever be. 30 years later, people are still talking about this situation, but definitely if you're in the Austin area, it's good to pay tribute. All right, everyone, talk to you later. Take care.